Today we're talking to Elissa Strome about big data and artificial intelligence. Dr. Strome, nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too.
So, doctor, who are you and what do you do?
I'm Elissa Strome, and I'm the Executive Director of the Pan-Canadian AI Strategy at CFAR, which means that I work with researchers and leaders at our 3 national AI institutes to advance Canada's leadership in AI research, training, and innovation.
That's awesome. But what is AI and how does it work?
So AI, or artificial intelligence, is a set of tools, technologies, and approaches that we use to take very, very large amounts of data and understand that data and understand the patterns within it and be able to predict what might happen next.
You said AI is a bunch of tools. What are those tools?
Yeah, well, AI actually is all around us already in our everyday lives, and not everybody is aware of it. But it's used in really important tools that we use even when we're working on our computers. So things like Google Translate or the Google search algorithm, or even the predictive text that you can use on your smartphone. All of those rely on artificial intelligence approaches.
I didn't know that. Along with AI, I've heard of something called machine learning. What is it?
Machine learning is really a subset of AI. And machine learning really is exactly what it sounds like. It's a way for machines to learn about the world around them, to take the information in the form of data, in the form of, it could be pictures, it could be text, it could be audio, to take a very, very large set of information and learn about the characteristics of that data, and then again, to be able to predict what might come next.
So when I hear about machine learning, I also hear about big data. What is it?
Big data really refers to the fact that today we live in a really digitally focused society. We all use the internet and social media to communicate. By using all of those digital technologies in our work and in our education and in our businesses, it has allowed huge amounts of data to be generated. And so it's these massive repositories of data, whether it's social media data or health data, weather data, etc. All of this data is being generated by human activity. In machine learning, we actually need to give the computers thousands upon thousands, sometimes millions examples of a specific item in order for it to be able to recognize and predict a new item when you ask it what something is.
Amazing. What's the coolest thing about AI?
So I think that the coolest thing about AI is actually that many of the approaches and techniques that we use today in machine learning were actually invented in Canada by Canadian scientists.
Wow.
And because this is an area where Canada has been investing and advancing research for many, many years, we are now today in Canada one of the world's leading nations in the development and adoption of AI.
Go Canada! Awesome! Now, what do you see in the far future of AI?
It's hard to imagine what the world will look like if we can have our entire transportation system be automatic or autonomous. If you think about the opportunities for safety, we would have no car crashes. If you think about the opportunities for efficiency, we could really, really reduce our use of fossil fuels and even our use of electricity. And so I think that if you can imagine a world where all the cars and trains and buses and even planes are automatic, that would be a really cool thing.
What's some advice you would give to young people out there who are also interested in STEAM?
I would say the best piece of advice that I can give is to keep an open mind. As you are exploring science and math and engineering, don't narrow your decision down to what field or what topic you're interested in too early on. Be open to exploring biology and chemistry and physics. Be open to trying new aspects and new domains of science, and be open to bringing them together, because a lot of the great advances in science happen when we bring insights from one area of science to a question in a different area of science.
Dr. Strome, you taught us so much about AI and big data. Thank you so much.
Bye everyone. Thank you.
See ya.